This segment sponsored by Foster Financial. Today we are back with the new edition of Wealth Wednesday with Foster Financial, but this time with a twist. Every other week we'll be focusing the topic to help women specifically with their financial planning, so it's Women's Wealth Wednesday. And joining me today is your financial advisor, Caleb Doane, who is the Vice President of Foster Financial. Hi, Caleb.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so this is exciting. We're getting our money tips going for the top of the year, and you are providing your advice to us, which is great. And so I know that focusing on women and their wealth management is super important to you all. So can you share with me why that specific focus?
Yeah, definitely. I think, honestly, just over the past few years, I've seen different statistics about this, and just in my own practice, I've seen, different women come to me. And specifically, one stat that kind of stuck with me was 25% of women have never sought professional financial advice.
Oh, really?
Which is much higher than the percentage of men who have never sought professional financial advice. And I think, part of the reason is that a lot of people assume that maybe women aren't as involved in their family's finances or whatever it might be. And I think regardless, we're kind of here to provide some of that education for women. So I think it's important to kind of tailor some of the material to them, because at the end of the day, women do control a significant portion of wealth in the United States. And so it's really important that they're well prepared.
Yes, and really managing that aspect in their households. I think about that, and the first thing that kind of strikes me is maybe the fact that for so long, women were not the primary person working out, in the workforce. And perhaps because they do manage the checkbooks, they already have that knowledge, but it goes deeper in the planning aspect, and especially thinking about their retirement and how it can provide for the family in whole. So I think that this is so specific and so wonderful for us to be able to share. And so share with me the importance of sound financial advice and not just, random things that may be out there.
Yeah, I think that kind of plays to the fact that we typically want people to seek out a fiduciary, which is somebody who is legally required to act in their client's best interest.
Okay.
I think people, sometimes have a bad taste in their mouth if they, have worked with maybe a commission broker or something in the past. And for different people, a commission broker might be best. For others, a fiduciary who kind of looks at what we call holistic financial planning, which kind of combines the tax side, the legal side, the insurance side, maybe the estate planning side, combines all that together to give the most sound advice. I think that's a really important thing for people to consider.
Yes, I love that, the fusion of it all. And so share with me, what type of education can we expect every other Wednesday with this theme? Yeah,
so I think, honestly, a lot of general financial advice can be applied to kind of both men and women. I want to tailor this specifically to those aspects that affect women specifically.
Okay.
One of the topics that I think would be important to kind of relay is for women who find themselves suddenly single. So, this could be from a divorce, it could be from being widowed, and I think there are a lot of kind of checklists that you need to look at to do in that scenario to make sure that you're taken care of financially.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so you have to give us a little nugget and drop a little advice on us today.
Yeah, absolutely. In the future, we'll certainly, talk about other aspects too. One of the ones that kind of comes to mind is a lot of times, let's say if a husband is selecting a pension payout, okay? So a lot of times with a pension, you can choose either a single life payout, a joint life payout, or some combination of the two. So a single life payout will pay out for that husband's entire life until he passes away, and then it stops. A joint life payout pays out for his entire life and his spouse's entire life, and then it stops after she passes away. So the catch right there is that the joint life payout is slightly smaller than the single life payout.
Okay.
So all of this, it really has to be tailored to the individual person to see what is most beneficial for them. In some cases, it's one. In some cases, it's the other. So regardless, it's super important to make sure that you chat with a financial advisor and understand what's going to be the best for you and your family.
Yeah, it is so important, especially, you never know what is set up you know, and for their advantage. And when that moment happens, it's like, what do you do next? You go to an expert so you don't have to think about it.
Exactly.
And so you all offer complimentary consultation. So share with us about that, please.
Yeah, sure thing. We try to make it a very low pressure environment when people come in for a complimentary consultation. So you'll be greeted by our wonderful staff. We have fresh cookies there for you.
Yes.
And one of the big things we say in that first meeting is, you know, no big decisions are made in the first meeting. It's just for us to really get to know you, understand your financial situation, and start that planning process to see where we can actually help.
Yeah, that's great. And you know, we took you all inside of Foster Financial. So if you did not see that tour and me chatting with Caleb originally, that was on the show last week. So you have to be sure to check that out to learn more. And thank you so much, Caleb, for coming in today. And I'm really excited to see you next week as we continue to share this wonderful information to our viewers.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yes, absolutely. And as you can see, Foster Financial is equipped and excited to serve the financial needs of women throughout our city. So take advantage of their complimentary consultation, and we'll have their contact information listed below, and we'll be right back. This segment sponsored by Foster Financial.